This is the Liquidator Report. Man, I hope everybody's having a great day today. Well, it looked like NCAA basketball is making big time headlines after a FBI probe has pretty much strucken down the league. Now, we've been seeing the FBI, specifically the Trump administration, cracking down on this whole sports betting. We just seen it a few months ago in the NBA. Well, it looked like it is boiling over to the NCAA, man. Now, to me, sports betting has been rigged. And this is only my opinion, bro. The mafia been running the sports betting thing for a while, since like the late 80s, early 90s. We seen things where Michael Jordan had to go testify against a drug kingpin and all these different things that is happening. So when I hear stuff like this, it do not surprise me. Now, what does surprise me is that these are kids involving their futures with this type of activity. See, to me, that's who lose the most. The kids and the people that's losing their money betting on these damn games. But the kids, because now you hurting your draft stock, man, when you get attached to bad headlines like this. And no NBA team with everything that is going on, no NBA team really possibly is going to take a chance on you. At least I would think so. But I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. Now, it goes on to say 26 charged in a massive college basketball point shaving scheme. An FBI probe uncovered a bribery ring that targeted over 39 NCAA Division I players from 17 different schools. Wow, 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 wow. That is big. Guys, it say like DePaul, Kenshaw State, Tulane, plus Chinese Basketball Association games starting in September of 2022. Now, fixers with coaching ties allegedly paid players $10,000 to $30,000 to underperform early, enabling millions in wagers, including $458,000 on Township over North Carolina A&T. Four active players: Kenshaw State Simon Cottle, Eastern Michigan Carlos Hart, Florida International Cameron Shell, and Texas Southern Omar, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, face charges for past actions, none tied to the current season. The NCAA is investigating around 40 players from 20 schools amid concerns over fair play in the legalization betting era. Wow, 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 wow. Now, I do sport bet. I'm pretty like hefty into it. I don't share none of my picks or anything like that because I'm private with all that. But with that being said, bro, hearing stuff like this make you not want to sports bet no more, bro. I just got to be honest. Somebody said they bet 425K on the first half of a Kent State Buffalo game, basketball game, that they were criminal masterminds, bruh. I gotta check out some of the comments on this. And somebody said those MAC games have always been super doggy, worded swings and outcomes, bro. See, those are people that really sports bet like hard. From my understanding, you can kind of tell. You feel me? How these games gonna go? Tom Winter said NBC News 20 people have been charged with rigging college basketball games and Chinese Basketball Association games as a result of a sweeping FBI investigation, according to a probe of a federal indictment just unsealed by federal prosecutors in Philadelphia. So this whole thing is coming out of the Philadelphia District Federal Bureau of Investigation. Now, former Buffalo players Sean Fletcher, number 10, and Isaiah Adams, number 3, were indicted for allegedly fixing games. The indictment alleged at least $424,000 was bet on Kent State first half minus 8.5 of the game. Kent State went on a 12-0 run in the half. So is this the game? Is this the game, bruh? This is the game that they saying all this stuff happened in. Wow. So this is the Kent State game. Kent State versus Buffalo. So it says Sean Fletcher was the one who alleged did this. Hopefully you guys can see this because I don't want to blow it up because I might get copyrighted. This is crazy work. They went on a 12-0 run in the first half, so it's 25-25. So somebody put $425,000 on the bet. Oh, just the first half alone. Insane, bro. Insane. Insane. Somebody would do that, bro. It says NBC News, one of the men charged with helping to alleged coordinate the CBA betting scheme, Sean Henney, allegedly texted a co-conspirator, nothing guaranteed in this world but death, taxes, and Chinese basketball. What the shit? NBC News, national law enforcement and intelligence correspondent focused on police courts, corruption. Then it goes on to say, Yahoo Sports talked about it. Yeah, bro, this is bad. So Philadelphia prosecutors charged 20, including 15 former. So 15 former NCAA players in alleged scheme to fix. So it's 20 current people involved and 15 former players. Now, I'm guessing some of these guys might be in the NBA. Have been charged 20 men, including many former college basketball stars. So I'm guessing some of these guys might actually be in the NBA. Antonio Blankley, former All-American star, is among 17 basketball players charged at a point shaving scheme to fix games in the NCAA and Chinese Basketball Association and rig bets, according to newly sealed indictment. So this must be one of the conspirators. See, what's crazy about all of this is that, I know the FBI is probing all sports. So it said among wagers, the indictment approximately 458,000. Bet we already know about that one. Approximately 24,000. We know about that one. 275,000 on soft Alabama to cover first half spread against Southern Mississippi. 256,000 on Northern Kentucky to cover the first half spread against Robert Morris. These are big dollar bets, bro. Approximately 161,000 on Louisiana to cover the first half spread against Southern Mississippi. Then it goes on to say, so these are the text messages. It says, money guaranteed. I'm gonna be at the game. The money, so I just don't want no issues. All y'all in. Defendant Cotto responded affirmatively to this text and reassured Defendant Smith that they were ready. Defendant Smith then sent Defendant Cotto a photograph of approximately $100,000 cash that the Defendant Smith was carrying on the plane, acknowledging the large amount of money at stake in the point shaving scheme. And Defendant Smith committed to making bribe payments to Kennesaw State players for their participation. Damn. In the hours leading up to the game between North Carolina and AT&T, A&T Townsend Jelly Smith communicated via text. I think we read this part. Then it says on February 29th, 2024, in the NCAA men's games between North Carolina A&T, the defendant Cam Shield and number 11 person underperformed and influenced the first half as they had agreed. Townsend outscored North Carolina 42 in the first half, covering the spread, and fixers won their bets without the North Carolina A&T players initially underperforming in the second half. Wow, for A&T 42-37. Townsend won the game 84-58. Got their ass beat. This is crazy, guys. This is a crazy, crazy story. I'm going to continue to track this. It's a bunch of news coming out today, man. Guys, get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this. I am John the Liquidator. This has been another episode of the Liquidator Report, and this is looking bad. Till next time, man. Peace out.